Hello and welcome to the 100 Indie Artists Project. This is a music project designed for and by independent artists to help you firstly get to know some of the incredible musicians in your community, as well as get to know some insights and some tools that you can take on board with your own musical marketing journey. Tell us about who you are as an artist and your background.
Hey, my name is Vicki Lovelee and I'm an independent all-pop artist from Toronto. My music combines dark and theatrical sounds together, and I love to write about topics like mental health, struggle with my anxiety. I like to talk about heartbreak and also religion. I'm such a huge advocate for mental health awareness, and I believe in the acceptance of all cultures and identities. On top of my music, I also have a very visual mind, so I use visual elements like skulls and the color pink in all my music videos and in my artwork as well. My most recent single is called Counting Me, and the song is about holding our head up high in the face of rejection. And the best way to describe this song is Lady Gaga meets Phantom of the Opera mixed in together.
What musical projects are you working on right now?
I'm writing a lot more music this year, and I'm currently just finishing up my next single. It's going to come out sometime in July, and I'm super excited to share it with you once it's out. Last year, I released my first album called Phase 1 Shadows, which involved a lot of pain and struggles we go through. So this year, I'm moving on to a different phase, and I'm releasing songs that's more confident, more sassy, and fierce. I want to embrace those emotions this year. So got to make sure we go through all the bad emotions first before we experience the good.
Where do you feel that you're at in your musical journey right now, and where would you like to get to?
I released my first single back in 2019, and since then I have learned so much about who I am as an artist and the type of music I want to make and the message I want to talk about, the things I want to talk about in my music. I learned that on top of creating music, I love creating beautiful visuals to go along with it. I love putting my vision through music and through art, and I've been so lucky to have been able to collaborate with my photographers, with producers, with videographers. They all help me bring my vision to life, and I'm super thankful for that. Currently, I am an independent artist without a label, and I want to keep it that way for as long as I can. With social media and technology nowadays, I don't think artists need to necessarily depend on labels anymore. We can do so many things by ourselves. We can make our own music by ourselves with the technology that we have. We can promote ourselves using social media, and I love that we have control over what we do. I would like to get to a point where I get to grow my music and my fan base more, so that I'll be able to work with a manager and even a small indie label later on.
What do you love most about being an independent artist?
I really love being an independent artist because I have complete control over all aspects of my career. I always like to know what's going on in everything that I do. So all the contracts, all of the songwriting, all of the production, everything that I put together, it's me kind of overseeing everything. I love that I'm able to choose what type of music I get to make and when I get to release it, and I get to promote it in any way that I want.
What do you find the most challenging about being an independent artist?
It does get a bit hectic sometimes being an independent because I'm a one-woman show. I am just one person, so there's a billion and one things I gotta do, so sometimes it gets hectic to do everything myself. So I'm always super thankful for all the collaborators that I've worked with throughout this journey. I'm super thankful to have been able to work with them, and they help me elevate my vision and they bring it to life.
What has been your experience in marketing and promoting your music?
In terms of marketing and promoting my music, I've learned to have fun with it, especially on social media platforms like TikTok. I love using social media for not only my music, but for my personal life as well. I love sharing more about the music that I'm making. I love to share my journey behind the scenes, and I like to show people my creation process. I like to bring everyone on this journey with me.
What has been one thing you've learned along the way that has been the biggest game changer for you in music marketing?
The biggest game changer in music marketing is that I think you should be as authentic as you can possibly be. People will see through you if you're doing something just because you feel like you have to, or you're saying something because you feel like you have to say that. So I'd say on social media, when promoting your music, just be who you are, and you'll enjoy it so much better if you're just literally being yourself on social media. I don't think you have to necessarily show every single detail of your life, but it's cool to still be yourself and share a little bit about yourself on social media because people want to know who you are. For example, on TikTok, I am not one to do those TikTok dances. So I don't do that. Instead, on TikTok, I just tell more about the story about my music. I show the behind the scenes, and I show a little bit about who I am on TikTok.
What has been your experience with building a fan base, and what have you learned along the way?
I love using TikTok and Instagram Reels because it helps me showcase my music to a wider range of people. For me, TikTok has been the biggest platform, and it has been the most help for me so far. It's always such a heartwarming experience when people reach out to me and they tell me that they love my music, and they have shown me so much love and support throughout my journey. So I'm super thankful for these platforms, these social media platforms. And also it kind of gives me like the extra push to continue going down this path of being an independent artist. So I love it.
Earning an income within music can be very challenging and often requires a diverse source of income streams. What are some of the streams of income you have relating to your music?
Earning multiple streams of income. Yes, I want to normalize the fact that so many creatives and artists have multiple jobs, they wear multiple hats in order to get to where they want to be at the end. So it's totally normal to work different jobs. For me, I gain streams of income through songwriting royalties, through streaming royalties, master royalties. I also teach music, and I'm also releasing my first piece of merch very soon, so that will be another stream of income as well.
What advice would you give to an artist that's watching or listening to this who is beginning to embark on their own independent musical journey?
What advice would I give to another artist? I'd say trust in your ability and be willing to learn and grow. I sometimes get imposter syndrome, and I sometimes forget that I am capable of being an artist. So I'd say remind yourself that you are able to go down this path. You have the capability, and trust and believe in yourself. I would say also learn from as many people as you can. Learn from people's experiences, learn from other artists, learn from the internet. There's so much information on the internet. So I would say trust in your ability and be willing to learn and grow. Thank you so much.